guys, it's Jessica, and I'm going to show you how to solve a quadratic height and distance problem. So, the problem that you see before you is a soccer ball kicked into the air follows a parabolic path described by the equation h equals -3 d minus 9 squared plus 15, where h is the vertical height in meters and d is the horizontal distance in meters. So part A asks us to sketch the path of the soccer ball. So what we're going to do is draw a rough graph of the path. So what we're going to do is draw the axes, the x and y axes, label them h and d. D is in place of x and h is in place of y. And since it's a parabolic path, that means we obviously have to draw a parabola. So it was kicked from the ground, it travels through the air, and it goes back down on the ground. And it must be facing downwards because the equation is negative. Here's the highest point of the parabola. This is where the parabola meets the x-axis, and this is the ground. So that is the path of the soccer ball. Part B asks us what the maximum height reached is. So since the equation is written in vertex form, we know that h is going to be here and k is going to be here. H representing the axis of symmetry and k representing the optimal value. So basically what they're asking us is what the optimal value is, and in this case it would be 15. So the answer to this question is the maximum height reached is 15 meters. Part C asks us how far horizontally has the ball traveled when it is at its highest point. So what they're asking us for here is the axis of symmetry. Since we already know what the optimal value is, we just have to look at the equation once again and find the axis of symmetry, which would be represented by h, and in this case the value of h would be 9. So the answer to C is the ball has traveled 9 meters at its height when it has reached its highest point. Part D asks us how high is the ball after it has traveled 8 meters horizontally. In this question, we do not know the height of the ball, so therefore we must substitute 8 into the equation, and it will take the place of D. So h equals -3. This is the original equation. Then we substitute h for D. 8 for D. Eight minus 9 is -1. -1 squared is 1. 1 by negative 3 is negative 3 plus 15. So h is 12. So therefore, the ball is 12 meters high after it has traveled 8 meters horizontally. And the last part, what would be the horizontal distance when its height is 6 meters? So we're basically doing the same thing as part D, except instead of finding h, we have to find d. So we are going to substitute 6 in for h in order to find d. So 6 equals negative 3 d minus 9 squared plus 15 6 equals